I'll be doing a caricature of Ermes Gasparini, an Italian arm wrestler. He almost beat the #1 arm wrestler in the world. Gave him a hell of a match. I'll be doing caricature studies of him. I've already done a prior drawing, so I'll share that in the end of the video. And just a heads up, special note to all the arm wrestlers out there. I follow you guys. If you guys ever want to send me a description so you can troll your opponent before the match, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do a funny situation for you guys. Just a big fan is all. Alright guys, without further ado, here's a caricature of Ermes Gasparini. Alright. Let's do it.
On round 3, when one was trying to hold on you, trying to pin you, like
Ermes has like a, it reminds me of all these, when I see him I think of like triangles, and this is the back of his neck. See these wrinkles?
Because your arm was so strong, he thought that he could control, but I mean, I was very impressed with your arm power. Like seriously. You were saying before
he has strong brows, and he has that Italian nose, huh?
Inside of me, I was saying, Ermes, maybe not, But of course, I cannot tell you the negative way. I was thinking that your wrist would go, but like your arm from here, there's a possibility. But if you would go straight side pressure, I knew that your arm is very strong. So that one full right direction, to go out. If you put your arm, he would be stuck somewhere here. Your arm would control.
Have his nose cover his lips.
Maybe because in the third round I pulled more with back, understand?
Oh, with back?
The second round I pulled same last time when I pulled with JP and other guys like this. The third match I pulled more with my back.
So left?
Yeah, if you see the match. With a very good attention in the third part.
And for his hairlines, I'm gonna go ahead and keep using the triangle situation.
I don't know, in the third match when he stopped me and he wanted to
I think he has like a little mohawk.
Without the stress.
Yeah,
and they show him can't finish the match. Beside of me, there are more confident.
Yeah.
Fight.
Also, his hands a little bit get tired, during trying to control a little bit like pump. Because I think the problem, not because he takes your hand, but he couldn't control your pronator. So he was just only over pronated, but your arm, he couldn't go to your arm. Every time you try to go your arm, you were just stopping, So here, you were incredibly strong. But here, you said that later, you told me that his hand was so big, hard to control.
Very difficult. Very difficult because, believe me, my wrist, I think only Leva can take my wrist.
Yeah.
Only that. Because I feel my wrist amazing.
Strong, yeah. But I was thinking that he would take, because I saw him when you pulled me. The Chappie, your wrist was like totally like flat, you understand? And I was thinking, of course, Chappie is incredibly strong. If Chappie flattened your wrist, I was thinking that Levan would do a little bit more because he's maybe stronger also.
Let's do a couple more. I'll explore his facial expressions. Here, let me draw him a little happier. Here he's a little stoic.
I think it's not only back pressure, my friend. You both have incredible back pressure, but his wrist.
Yeah, if you take
more solid. If you had his wrist and he had yours, then I think you would take his hand. You with your arm. I think the difference, not so much about the arm, but
The neck is such a big deal for me when it comes to drawing caricatures. I think it definitely makes a difference, especially if it's too small. I remember this really good caricature artist that I worked with over the years used to say that no, the shoulders were the most important thing in a caricature. And that always stuck with me because I'm not quite sure what he meant by that. I don't, even though I don't agree with it, I keep an open mind to like why. Maybe one day it'll just pop up in my drawings and I'll understand his point, but I still haven't. And this guy was on a great winning streak. He beat a lot of great arm wrestlers, and it's great to see his spirit, especially when he takes a loss. He just took a loss to Devin Larratt, but you can tell he learned a lot from it, and he's training real hard. I'm excited to see the rematch between him and Devin.
Your horsepower is also very high level. That's good. But do you still think that the couple were smart?
What I like about watching East versus West is that a lot of our arm wrestlers, like the number one arm wrestlers in the United States, or just forget the United States, in the West, right, including Canada, they're old. They're not young. They're not in their 30s. They're just older dudes. And the cool thing is that they're competing with these younger guys like Ermes, and it's awesome to see. Like when it first started, I remember a lot of these guys were just like everyone's style is starting to cross. Like for an example, this is one guy that um, when he arm wrestles like this. It's called a like a press. His name is Jerry Cataract, and then once he started doing it, a lot of these guys started picking it up. They started to see that it worked. He particularly used it against the number one arm wrestler in the world, and it was pretty effective.
Yeah, but do you realize that people are thinking that you stopping with your that with shoulder pressure, it's not that they probably a lot of people are missing that. You started the match with incredible incredible back pressure, and then once you stop here,
He has a match coming up in 9 days against a guy named Vitaly.
you stop. In fact, you stop his hand. You didn't take his
This
hand, but
crazy Russian guy,
even if
super strong.
control here, but if
I'll
you
draw him right here.
control here, you realize that round one, round two, he again took your hand, he still couldn't go, he come back up a little bit more curved, and then go down. Yeah, whenever the time that he took
This guy, Vitaly Lon, he he had one of the coolest matches I've ever seen. It was so crazy that when he was done arm wrestling, him and this other guy named Dave Chafee from America, they left blood on the table, like right on the handles. It was so intense. In fact, I believe he went to the hospital right afterwards. That's how crazy intense the matches are. And for you don't know about arm wrestling, the table looks like this. Yeah, you have like this thing you get to hold here, like these little handles. Then you get this little elbow pads right here.
yes, that's how you stop him. Because a lot of go ahead.
And this is what I saw against him versus Dave. When the match was over, the camera zoomed into these handles, and there was like blood, like dry blood. It was so much pressure, blood was coming out of their fingernails. It's just crazy.
He was holding, but he didn't have this control because before the goal, you incredibly back pressure you were applying, incredibly. So you were losing the hand, but the arm like still resisting here. So I think it was incredible. your finger like this, holding like not like this, but you were just like hardly holding like this, yeah. And you were probably pulling the strap this way.
Vitali is not
It was incredible match, yeah. I mean,
he's not a scary guy. I'm just drawing him
fast, but
intimidating for Ermes, that's all.
that he is a human and it's possible to beat him. And like whenever I was
And if you hear me like kind of like always say like I don't mean to do this or I don't mean any offense, it's only because in the past when I used to draw caricatures at a theme park, I used to have families hit me like when I would draw their grandchildren. Yeah, dude, they would straight up just hit me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, whoa, man, I didn't know people can hit you. It's crazy, it's just a drawing. But even though it's just a drawing, man, you can hurt people's feelings. I like arm wrestling, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So if I hurt your feelings, you just let me know. I can do another drawing or whatever. But I hope people find these drawings more like to support the sport more than it is to hurt anybody's feelings. And also, the drawings are just my point of view. It doesn't make it right. I'm just, like I said in other videos, I'm a comedian with the pencil.
When you are unchallenged, and then you think that everything is perfect because somebody needs to find a weakness with this, so you're like, oh, okay.
I'll probably make this bigger, right? Why not? It's caricatures.
Also will come. Maybe not more power, but more
technical, more endurance, another thing, and very. I never expected Lehman the start vision very fast. It's incredible.
I really like this ebony pencil. I like my favorite part about drawing is just the stroke, like the sound the lead makes on the paper. You might not be able to hear it, but man, do I hear it and do I feel like the grinding, of the lead on paper to the point where it makes these streak marks right here. It's like you're carving. It's just so awesome. That's why I try to avoid digital art whenever I can.
So we saw that you can do this kind of press, but we already knew you are used to that kind of pressure. But usually you lose that kind of pressure after toppling the guy. You go and you press that. But that pressure, once you topple someone and put you forward, is also incredible. But this time you also use it in a defensive way, against the topple.
I'm a big fan of these guys, so much so that they want me to do some drawings to have fun before the matches. I'm more than happy to do those drawings. The condition would be, though, you give me a description, I'll go ahead and draw it. I want to be completely, I don't want to be biased towards any of my point of views. I just want to be the messenger. I just want to be the guy who draws. I want to be that extension.
like now you have some issue with the shoulder and some
Yeah, no, it's very big problem, but
maybe your bicep is inflammation a little bit. Yeah. You be careful with that one. Huh? Make sure that you know that the inflammation is gone before you continue pushing yourself.
They're gonna have a match, like I said, in 9 days. My only prediction for their match,
There are some times that
geez, it's a close one. I'll be honest with you, I just want a war. I really don't care who wins, who loses. One of my favorite matches is with him, and he didn't even win. Or him. Like, I don't really care if they don't win. It's getting to a point, in my opinion, in these arm wrestling events, where it's not even about who wins or loses. I think it's just about the war. How badly they want it. And like I said, I think his is number one and number two. His is number one because they left blood, all right, and he went to the hospital. That's how badly he wanted it. Number two, he put the number one arm wrestler in like a respirator. That's how bad it was. And he didn't give up. He showed like some serious fighting spirit. It's really neat to see. It was like Rocky Balboa stuff, versus the Russian. All right. Thank you for joining me in this caricature study. If I had to do one more breakdown of Hermes and the way I see him is, Hermes is pretty much a triangle. All right. He has a triangle for a jaw, triangle for his widow's peak when it comes to drawing his hair. He has a mohawk. Triangle for the eyebrows. Triangle for the nose. As for his eyes, it can go either way. I think they can droop up or down to the side. So I'll droop them the other way. See, and if I drew a small neck, it wouldn't look right. So to me, that's about right.
Yeah, I think that if you guys pay more attention before the match, then but before the match you are like so strong. You're like that's cool.
But for me, I said many times, it's super difficult for myself, for my. Yes, it's better to win, but it is already amazing for me. Yes.
And a big key to Hermes' face is definitely his the shadows, like here underneath the eyes.
Yeah, in some moments there are, sometimes there are the moments.
There is one guy, he's saying that Levan using the king's move against Ermes was clear statement regarding the strength of Ermes. My friend, I don't really know, but what Levan did is not a king for me. He just we need to understand these people because they also said the same thing to Yogi Treto when he was pulling, against Jerry like this. And whenever they are saying that, hey, listen, his shoulder is below, they don't know that this.
All right, so this is the prior drawing I did of Hermes. He's eating spaghetti and meatballs with his little Italian stuff right here, a little candle. And he says, quality, my friend. I put a little fork there by the queue. Alright guys, hope you enjoy the caricatures I've been doing. Again, use me as a tool, guys. Give me a description. I'll draw whatever you guys want before the pre-match. It'll be pretty funny. See ya.